Okay, our first dupe here. I found this on Pinterest. And I'm going in and I'm taking this little arrow, wooden arrow from the Dollar Tree, and I am painting it in the color of mocha. And it took one coat of paint for this piece here. And I'll be setting it aside to let it dry. And going on to the next piece. Well, I actually used my heat gun, but then I decided to let it set aside for a second to dry. I got these two larger size arrows. I'll be going in just removing the jute twine hanger from the back, as well as the tag off of both of them. Okay, on this one, I'm going in with the color of moss. And this took 2 coats of paint. For this one, I'm not sure why, the other one only took 1, but to give it a good coverage, it took 2 coats. I got this beautiful scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I went in and traced it out using my jumbo glue stick from the Dollar Tree. I am just going in and placing it down on this arrow, pressing it down, and then I take my sandpaper and I go around the edge in a downward motion, just getting all of the excess paper off of it. Then I got this beautiful herringbone paper from Hobby Lobby as well. And I'm going to be going in. You can see me using my jumbo glue stick here, coating it completely with the glue stick and adding down the paper. I absolutely love this paper. I love this pattern. And repeating the same process of going in and sanding it down. And there wasn't quite enough to cover the end, so I went in and I took an extra piece of paper and I went in and I covered it. So here I am just getting ready to place this together. And I'm just going to be taking a small line of hot glue up the right side of this first little arrow. And I'm just going to be laying the one that I painted with moss on top of it. When I seen this project, I knew I could recreate it. I didn't want it to be exactly the same because, I didn't really care for the specific colors that was in the original one, and I wanted to incorporate and use some of my scrapbook paper up. And so here I am with one of the smaller ones, placing it down. And it took a little bit of time to come up, where I can actually place it down where I felt that it looked the best. I tried 2 or 3 different ways of doing it. This is the final one that I come up with. And I think it turned out really well. And I'm going to go in and place the smallest one down here at the bottom. Now I got this wooden home sign from the Dollar Tree. I'm going in with the color of plaster and just giving this one good coat of paint. And excuse the cars going up the highway. I live on the highway, and the background noise is something that I cannot help no matter where I go in my house. But we'll do our best to get through this. I'll make it, as enjoyable for you all as I can. Okay, after I get it all done here, I go in with my hot glue and I just add some to the back of this little sign, this little home sign. And I think this turned out absolutely gorgeous. This is my favorite piece of all the 5 that I created today. I know I could have went in and added a lot more of embellishments to it, but I kind of liked it just like this. However, I do add a little jute twine bow. You can see right there. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I love to get the feedback. Today I'm participating in the 5 Under 5 DIY challenge. This challenge is home decor dupes. This is hosted by Missy from the Crafty Cove DIY and Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and the guest host is Christina from DIY Craftaholic. I have left all 3 of these wonderful ladies' channel links in the description box below, as well as the playlist link. Please check out everyone in the playlist. You will not be disappointed. It will be full of wonderful content. Okay, on the next dupe. Now, I seen this on Pinterest as well. A lot of different versions of this. I had this wagon wheel in my stash. This is the last of the 4 that I had. And I wanted to use it up. And I thought, okay, I will dupe this. And just put my own little twist on it here. Now I went in with eucalyptus and a couple of these cotton bowls. And what I'm going to be doing is just adding a few florals around the side as well. And you can't go wrong with a wagon wheel for Farmhouse. It just absolutely, it works perfect. And I got this little, it's called fall grass. And I thought it was so pretty, and I thought it would look good on there as well. And you will see the little centerpiece that you see right there. Little paper that has cotton balls from Hobby Lobby. I actually went in and changed that. You'll see here in a few minutes. Because I wanted to add something with just a little, it needed some sort of a pop of color. And here I am just gluing down the eucalyptus because it wanted to just kind of like go all over the place. I'm sure if you've worked with it, you know. Okay, now here I am. I took some Hobby Lobby scrapbook paper and I just laid it down on this little wood round that I got from the Dollar Tree and placing it right in the middle. Oh, I think it is a beautiful pattern. And then I'm going to add, I got these little floral things from a garage sale. If someone could tell me what they are, I have no idea. But I thought they would be perfect for this project. There was only like 2 or 3. I got a big bag of florals for a couple bucks and they were in there and I had no idea what they are. I'm just pointing and showing you. I think that they match. They match the little flowers in the center there. And here I am. I'm still building up the florals. And that one is finished. I did save all the 3 that I did make in previous videos, and this one will be used in my home as well. On to the next dupe here. I have 6 of these paint stir sticks. And I went in and I stained the other side with Waverly Antique Wax. I'm going in with these jumbo popsicle sticks here. And I'm just going to be laying them down across just to get the stability. Okay, like so. I used 4 of them. Then I decided I was going to use this little piece of wood here and kind of go across it slanted ways you know, just to give it the little extra stability that I thought it would need. Flipping it back over here. Now what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be going, flip it back over again, I should say. And I'm going to be adding just a little bit of hot glue because I'm going to start wrapping the top part of this, a portion of the top, with some jute. And I'll go around it several times here. And then I'll stop every now and then and add more glue just to make sure that it's stable. Like I said, I went around it several times. Okay, now I'm going to just be adding some more hot glue and holding on to that because I knew if I let go that every bit of it would unwind. That's happened to me several times. Okay, now that that part's finished, I have these little half wooden beads I got from BB Craft, and I've left their link in the description box below. I'm going in with the color ink, and I'll be painting each one of them with that color. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going in with using just a little dab of hot glue here and placing each one on the bottom of each one of the paint stir sticks, just to kind of give this piece a little bit of interest here. Still trying to keep it on the farmhouse look. Okay, now I did not have any more wooden crates, and they are nowhere for me to find them in the Dollar Tree. I don't want to have to order them offline, but I may have to. But I did have these little black wired baskets from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use these instead of the wooden crates. And they serve the purpose just fine. It was kind of hard getting them to stick to where I had applied the antique wax. Yes, that's what it's called. I'm sorry, I went blank. I had to glue it a couple times. And then you'll see in the final reveal, I've put Spanish moss in each one and added some florals. And I think it turned out just fine. And here's the final reveal for this project. On to the next dupe. Here's some of that beautiful scrapbook paper that I picked up from the Hobby Lobby. Like I said, most of my dupes are Pinterest inspired, and I'm just going it in, and it'll be cut in two pieces, one for the top and one for the bottom of this little cutting board, I should say. Now what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be going in with the color Elephant, and I'm just going to be painting the middle portion of this cutting board. Now on the inspiration piece, you'll see that they had a crate with a jar. I didn't have, like I said, again, I didn't have the crate, but I, did it pretty much close to what they had. I glued the top and the bottom piece of the scrapbook paper back on using my glue stick, going in here, and I'm just going in the downward motion trying to get the excess off. And now I have these little letters I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They were 99 cents, and you get, I think, 2 or 3 in each package, so you can't go wrong with that. And I'm just going in and placing this down and spelling out the word eat. If you all have made it with me this far, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. And I ask, if you've not yet become a member of my YouTube family, you would consider subscribing. And it's free. And just hit that little subscribe button. If you like my content, I ask that you please hit the thumbs up and give me that like and leave me a comment. It really helps my channel to grow. It helps YouTube to notice me just that much more. And in the notification, if you hit notification in the drop down menu, if you hit all, you will be informed of any and all of my future uploads. And so I'm going to get right back and let you know here. You can see pretty much I'm just going in and gluing some little pieces of eucalyptus that I had left over in my stash, and some more of these awesome cotton bowls. They were sent to me by my dear friend Leah. Thank you, Leah. And I will be adding 2 to the top of this. Okay, I needed a little spoon and fork, and I had these in my stash, little wooden ones, perfect size. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in with the color of plaster by Waverly, and it just took 1 coat of paint for each one of them. I had thought that I had some little children's plastic ones that I had picked up for a previous DIY, and I couldn't find them, but I found these, and I'm like, yes, the Lord always supplies just what we need when we need it. I was so thankful. Here I am just adding a little bit of hot glue to the back. I will be placing one on each side of the word eat. Because you have to have utensils to eat with, so. And I thought this was such a pretty little farmhouse piece. And then for the final part, I'm just going in and adding, I had some of these jute twine bows already made up in my stash. When I was learning how to make them, I kept all of them. And so I'm utilizing them now. Placing one on each one of them. And y'all let me know what you think about this little piece. I think it's super adorable. And I hope you like it too. On to the last and final DIY here. I just have these 2 little glass jars from the Dollar Tree. I actually only end up using one, which is this one right here. I went in and I gave it was like 3 coats of paint to get it to cover. I'm using the color plaster. And I seen these little vases on the Pottery Barn website, and I knew I could dupe them. It may not be exactly the same, but it's close. And I thought I inserted a picture. Okay, that's finished right there. Now I'm going to go in and I'm just going to add some jute around the top of this little vase. There they are. Now it's going to go in and add a black leather handles. And the leather that I had was from an old purse, and it was too wide, and it just did not work. So I just went in, I had to use rope on the sides for handles. And like they were wanting $14 for one of these. I made it for like a couple bucks. I was like, yeah. And I love, the plaster color goes with any color. I just put some boxwood greenery in it, and that's it. Thank you all for stopping by and watching my video. You all have a blessed and wonderful day.